Greetings. Welcome to the Bush Doctor series, where we reacquaint you with age-old medicinal remedies made from plant, flowers, leaves, seeds, barks, and roots to treat and cure every kind of illnesses and diseases rather than manage them for profitability as popularly done in the chemical formula industry. My name is Sean. I'm your tour guide. Today, we are going to be dealing with one of the most fantastic, magnificent, splendid plant. One that cures everything. Let me rephrase that. One that is capable of curing everything naturally. The aloe vera. Yeah. I made the statement once to a group of friends that aloe vera was the most splendid plant because, and they said, what do you mean? I said, it cures everything. They said, nothing in this world, in this whole array of illnesses, how can one plant cure everything? I said, because the body is conditioned. The body is made like a machine that retunes itself and is supposed to cure everything that is thrown at, that is known. I say aloe vera cures everything because it's one of the most powerful immune boosters. Aloe vera allows the body's natural mechanics to do its job. It recorrects it, it rebalances it so that the body naturally by itself without any additional aid is able to do the job that it's supposed to do. And this particular remedy I owe to a very good friend, dear brother of mine, Adewale Aladekoba. I think he was diagnosed with hepatitis and he refused to take the chemical formula that he was prescribed for. And the doctors were not happy with him. The specialists were not happy with him. And they told me how bad my health was doing and how quick I was spiraling down the rail. And if I didn't he said they were just yapping in my ears. And I decided, you know what? No, I'm not taking any chemical formula. I've taken a lot of it. In the past, they've not done anything for me. They just added more and more and more from this illness to that illness. He said, you know what? The hell with it. I'm not doing it. He walks out. He says as he's walking home, he sees a bunch of aloe vera growing freely, owned by nobody in particular. So he plucked some. He actually plucked a lot of it. He plucked a bag full of it. He said he got home and he started using it. One big stick like that in the morning, another big stick like that in the evening. And he continued with his treatment for 14 days. He said after 7 days, he was running out. And he figured, oh, well, maybe, you know. And then he went back there, the aloe vera was gone, and he was saying, okay, well, let's see what the aloe vera has done. He's taken another path to go home, and he's found another bunch of aloe vera. He's just helped himself to it. He said nobody seemed to own it in particular, so he's helped himself to it. Brought it home, done another 7 days. He said he was just confident that he had done something. His body felt great, all the symptoms were not there. He had another appointment with another specialist who was supposed to help convince him of what the other two specialists and doctor could not convince him of how if he did not take the chemical drug, he was going to. He went down there, they ran some tests. He said he did everything to convince him. They ran some tests. In the meantime, maybe just to put it in their note that, listen, this freaking guy decided that he's going to go. And a few days later, he got a call to come back. He said, on the phone, he said, you need to tell me what this is about before I waste your time. And he said, well, we have some amazing news, but we want to know exactly. So to humor them, he knew he felt good, he felt great. So he went back there, and they ran the test, and they gave him the result of the test. Negative. 0, no hepatitis, no sign that he ever had hepatitis. His body felt great, his spirit felt great, and he just felt magnificent. And the question that was burning on my mind was, okay, I can deal with that. That's the background that I'm coming from. But how did you know what dosage of aloe vera to take? I said, I just went with my spirit. I took the first one, and I was going to take an afternoon, and I said, don't need it. Took another one in the night. Okay, great. That's magnificent. Your head, your inner self, your higher self, and the invisible self of the realm of the ancestors is all working for you to make you feel great. I said, another question is burning in my head. How did you know the length of time to take it? But he said, brother, he says we are spiritual entities having physical experience. I let my spirit talk to me. He said, hey, try it with your clients. He said, I understand people's bodies are different. It might just have been my lucky shot, but I have a good feeling. Try it with your clients. I thank him. Very, very, very honest brother. Decent brother. One of the most beautiful human beings I've ever met in my life. So I called these two associates of mine and I asked them to come, and I spoke with them about this brother's experience. And I said, now remember, this is not a promise or confirmation that this is going to work for you the way it's worked for him. People's bodies are different. You want to give it a shot? Fine. He said, let's go with it. So I gathered a whole bunch of aloe vera. I did not want them to incur the cost of something that had not been tested. I drove around, got a whole bunch of aloe vera. I'd seen them before. I knew where to get them from, and when I realized I couldn't get enough, I bought the rest from a farmer who was growing them. They completed the 14 days, both of them. Remember now, I've tried a few other herbal remedies that I have, and they were a particularly difficult case. And I took them for a test. I booked them in for a test. First one came in negative, no traces of hepatitis B. Second one came in negative, no traces of hepatitis B. And I called the brother back and I said, you know what? Your God sent. Your Olodumare sent. And he was happy. He said, I'm glad it worked for them. Then aloe vera cures hepatitis B. That was the most challenging one that I had. We know aloe vera cures the common cold, fever. It's an immune booster, and it can help your body fight almost anything. I've used it. I'm living in a tropical region. I've used it to fight everything from malaria. I'm doing a lot here. I've used it to fight everything from malaria to typhoid. I've used it for a lot of different things. It works great. Aloe vera cures. Aloe vera would help your body do everything that it's supposed to do naturally. One thing. If I'm looking for that, that's a good sign. This dark spot, hold on, mark spot on the camera so I can come back with. This dark spot here on my hand. Okay, now for the story. I'm driving down the road I'm driving down the highway one day. Car is overheating badly. The gauge is pushing danger. So I stop and I look at it, smoke, fume steam coming off from the engine. So I say, okay, wait 10 minutes, 15 minutes. I'm supposed to wait an hour, 2 hours. For the whole thing to cool off, 20 minutes later, couldn't wait any longer. Took a massive blanket, put it on the radiator, opened it. How the blanket flew up, I don't know. The radiator cap took the blanket off my hand. I just had enough time to put my hand like this to protect my face and move back. And Bob's your uncle. The whole skin at the same instant just came whoop. And I was looking at the skin, and it just came whoop. It was flapping for a second, and it just dropped off, massive from here to here. Burn. I am burning. My whole body is burning inside. Feels like the burn is actually coming from my brain. All the brain up the way from my brain to my toes, I could feel the burn. And I'm thinking, okay, my partner at the time is sitting right next to me, and I'm saying, okay, what is the best thing that I can, to hell with what is the best thing. I'm taking you to the hospital for right now. We got to deal with this at the emergency. I let her convince me. We drove to the closest hospital. They put it under water. And they just said, run the water on it, let the water stay on it. The water stayed on it for the longest. And as the water was, cold water was running on it, I was feeling the burn from my brain to my toes. They did whatever they had to do with it, sent me home, didn't sleep that night. The burn is still going on. I'm talking about 15 hours later, the burn, I'm burning like crazy. And I say, you know what? Aloe vera, that's what I'm going to put on this burn. So I go out, I find aloe vera the next day, and I just slice it in tubes. First I put the gel on it, then I slice them in tubes, and I wrap them up. It's still burning. The burn does not stop immediately, but about 2 or 3 hours later, I'm getting a lot of relief from this, and I'm saying, okay, this is not so bad. So I'm looking at the flesh. I'm looking at the wound. The wound is there the first day. Nothing is happening. The second day, nothing is happening. By the third day, my mind is off of this wound now because I have aloe vera wrapped, slices of it wrapped on it in the morning and in the evening. I'm able to carry on with my work and do what I'm doing. And somewhere around the 5th day, the 4th day, I forgot to change it. I was feeling okay. There was no need to trouble it. Aloe vera is a wet gel, so it's all there. And by the 4th, 5th day, I look at this thing and the flesh is all, the skin is all coming back. By the 12th day, it's healed up. It's left a black dark spot that just gradually faded by itself. And this little, not even burn mark, darker skin that you see here, I believe that was the effect of waiting 24 hours to get the aloe vera in there. Let me see what. Aloe vera is used for every form of skin treatment. It's used in a lot of skincare products. It's used to treat eczema. It's used to treat so many things. It's too numerous. So topically, it's used for everything. It's used to clear toxins out of the body. So it's a parasite cleanse. It deals with so many things that you can't just remember to count it all. Aloe vera, I believe, is the most complete medicine because it's the most complete immune booster. We're losing daylight, so I'm going to take you around here, show you the wonderful aloe vera plants and what I'm planting around here, and I'll talk you through it. Before I do that, I'm going to quickly pluck one aloe vera and show you how to peel it because I've gotten these questions consistently. How do you peel aloe vera? I thought, hey, well, I've asked more innocent questions than that. So right now, I'm going to come up here, take this knife, which was purposefully put here. Let me snatch the camera out. Enough screen time for me. Let the aloe veras get some screen time. Okay, so I'm going to walk you, we're going to do this in real time. I am going to walk you to this pot here. I have aloe vera growing everywhere. Let me see. It's kind of darkish in here. I'm trying to increase. Okay, I'm trying to put some light here. I got artificial light to backlight that area because it was too dark. I just felt that the face was going to disappear. I have aloe vera growing there. I have aloe vera there. That's not it right there. I have it growing out of that little pot up there. I have it all over here. If you can see. I have it where the tripod was. That's a very... I have it right here by the tripod. There's too much light. I also, for those who have confined space, that little thing hanging from that wooden table is aloe vera in wooden bottle hung together with fishing line. It's really, really, really very aesthetic. I've used it on a wall before. And when you do it properly, this was hurriedly done. When you do it properly, you could cover wall to wall with just plants growing out of this used things like water bottle. Hold on, let me see what I see. Okay, I'm going to place the camera here. Is it going to stay? Is it not going to stay? It's going to be awkward because I have a... All right, I'm going to show you how to cut aloe vera. So you can either cut it or you can pluck it. Yeah? I prefer to pluck. You're supposed to pluck the one closest to the bottom. This is the plucked aloe vera. All right, now I'm going to show you how to peel it. Okay? There's a yellowy bit that is coming up from the aloe vera. Now, this is toxic. I know what it's called, but I'm going to type it. This you don't want to eat too many of. A little here, a little there is not going to kill you, but it is toxic, and you do not want to put anything toxic into your body. So I bring this here. The best way that I think to peel aloe vera is just cut it like this, yeah? And then you slice it at the angles where it's bending, if it's bending. I usually slice it into about 3 or 4 pieces. Don't peel too generously because you would peel almost everything. Start with the edges because the edges have this, they have the sharp thing that just tend to disrupt the whole process of peeling and makes it uncomfortable. So you start here, so, yeah, hold on to the other one, just edge the knife slowly so that it's edging towards the skin rather than the flesh of the aloe vera. Just edge it slowly. Be a little bit generous because otherwise the yellowy thing is right underneath the skin and that would get in it, and it also makes the aloe vera very bitter when you're eating it. So if you peel so, just be careful what you're doing. Don't cut yourself. Some people are not good with knives. Neither am I. And you peel so. I'm still peeling the aloe vera. Obviously, I'm still peeling the aloe vera. You're watching me peel the aloe vera, ain't you? All right, now, this is the back of it that you want to get off. So you edge the knife. You can see where the knife is because it's all transparent, isn't it? And you just edge slowly and you just slide it. If you cut into the skin, just move it back and re-cut it a little bit. It doesn't need any rinsing because it's well protected. And this is what you wind up with, a clean film-like. It's a little bit slimy. I don't know if you can see that. And what you just do, the rest is very easy, isn't it? Huh? It's excellent. It's actually very good. All right, I've just gone to make sure that the camera is still recording. Now, what do I do with this? Obviously, I don't want to throw it away. I'm not going to remove my hat on screen. I can remove my hat on screen. I just have something against removing my hat on screen, right? But what you do is, if you have any rashes, any skin problems that you're dealing with, even if you're not dealing with any skin problem, it's a wonderful moisturizer for the skin. Just rub it on it like this. Oh, another thing, it also repels mosquitoes, and because it's getting dark, the mosquitoes, the vampires, are getting happy. Aloe vera also cures malaria. It helps you with malaria. I have somebody else gave me that information. I'm trying to remember who now. I don't remember. I'll come back to you with the person's name. And I decided, you know what, I'm going to try this. So I left, I live in a very tropical area, a lot of mosquitoes and everything. So I left the door, the windows, took the nets out, and said, hey, let the vampires come have their feast. Lo and holy, within a month, I was down with malaria. I allowed it to continue for a few more days because not a wise thing to do. Please don't try this. It's not advisable. I wanted to see, I really wanted to see if aloe vera was capable of doing anything. If it was not capable of doing anything, I had a simple remedy that I've used consistently and it always worked consistently. So I had that to fall back on. So I did the whole thing with aloe vera. I did it for about 7-8 days, and the malaria was gone by itself. And I did not get malaria. I did not get malaria for about 18 months. Really did not. In the past, I would get it maybe every 3, 4, 5 months, and then I started doing this treatment with pineapple, almond leaves. We're going to go through that, all of that, because it's easy to make. It's just not the place for it right now. And I went for a test. The malaria was down. And then the person that was doing the test for me said, oh, goodness, have you just done a typhoid treatment? So I said, why? He said, because even though I can see traces of typhoid in your body, which you're supposed to have, the titer virus is supposed to remain about 2040 in your system. He said, it's just leveled out. But when the blood shows that you had traces, it was able to tell that I just gone over typhoid. And so yes, it does work for typhoid. It works for malaria. I was not using it specifically for typhoid, and I was not sure or did not know that I had typhoid. It's just another information. Aloe vera is a great, complete, wonderful remedy for all kind of illnesses. Everything for your liver, for your kidney, for purifying your blood. Everything that your blood is supposed to do, your body, everything that your body system is supposed to do naturally, because your immune system is supposed to help you combat illnesses naturally. Your immune system has its own antioxidant in it that just fights the free radicals. Your immune system is like an antioxidant, isn't it? It just bang, 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 knocks those free radicals all over the place. Your body's functioning perfectly. Aloe vera enables and enhances the body to go back to doing its work naturally. So yes, aloe vera is the most complete plant treatment in the world. I'm probably going to say that about a few other plants because I'm excited. I'm excited about plants. I'm excited about how nature enhances our body, and if we live in harmony with nature, goodness. I'm doing this all wrong on camera, and I'm being totally. I'm trying to make those who are watching this comfortable, and in doing that, I'm not relating to the plants that I'm using properly because I'm trying to save time. Usually, my grandmother used to say, whenever you want to take something from somebody, you ask. It's no different from plants. When you want to take from a plant, just go there, touch the plant. Take your shoes off if you can. That's an African thing. You don't have to take your shoes off, depending on where you're coming from. Yeah, just talk to the plant. This is what I want to use it for. I'm asking your permission to take. Yeah? Plant life is living life. And if you're going to interfere with process, if a human here could cure you, yeah? And you went to a human being, male or female, as he's walking down the street, or as he's staying still, or as he's sleeping, and you yanked, or you took a scissors, and you cut a piece of that here, and you walked away. Even if he did not see you because he was asleep. When he wakes up and realizes that that piece of hair is missing, you're not going to wind up with a prayer or anything. You're probably going to wind up with, if that person's spirit is able to carry, yeah, you've just gotten a course. No different from plant. Go down there. From now on, before we take anything from plant, I will do it as I do it, because yeah, Bush Doctor series is a show to reacquaint you with how old age remedies work. The process is also part of it. So from now on this show, I would ask every plant, every leaf flower, before I take, as I do naturally, either when I'm preparing herbal remedies for personal usage, or for clients or associates, friends that I deal with. Last bit of information that I always like to remind people of. The body does all this naturally, and aloe vera enhances the body to do it naturally. And every plant that we work with holistically has that ability to transfer its healing powers to us. However, the body is filled with so much junk, environmental junk, toxic junk, fecal material that's built up from God knows how many months or years. People People's diets are messed up. If you take a piece of meat, throw it in the digestive juice. 28 hours later, it's still digesting, and in 28 hours, most people have eaten 3 courses of meat diet. That means that the meat that you ate last week is still rotting in your gut, and everything else is just backed up there. So what do we advise? I always advise everybody, start with a cleanse. Start with a thorough, intensive, systemic cleanse, or colon cleanse. Having said that, there's a lot of wonderful colon cleanses out there that I've used, that other people have used. We also at Osanyi make a wonderful intensive 24 hours colon cleanse, which is called Atumbi. Our website is www.osanyi.com, and that's spelled O as in Oscar, S as in sugar, A as in alpha, N as in November, Y as in Yankee, I as in India, N as in November.com, www.osanyi.com, OSANYIN. It's not an endorsement or encouragement to, if you have a colon cleanse that you're happy with, please continue to use it.